Okay, so hello, welcome. This has been a while since the last time I talked and the last time I had the Volcas in this mess of cables, but as you can see, I'm using the new features that were updated by Korg. So I already did a video where I talked about having swing going to the Volca FM from the Volca sample, but now the older Volcas, in this case the bass, the keys and the beats, also have these new features going on, so that is a very nice add up, and I'm using this in a two-way fashion. The update is very similar to the updates that were done for the vocal samples. So it only takes about 5 minutes for the keys, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes for the beats, and a little bit more for the bass. And as usual, you have to be careful. The Volca keys actually was quite easy to update. I just opened the WAV file in Audacity and just send it to the Volca. No settings had to be messed with, and Volca actually accepted the new firmware without any trouble. The Beats was actually quite a strange thing. I have to change the cable. I have to use VLC instead of Audacity. And I had to mess around with the level that was being outputted. And actually, I don't know if my unit is still okay, because if I just turn off the noise gate and maybe put the drive on, you can see that my unit is actually quite noisy, and this has been a problem for me. Let me just put the noise gate on again, and that's why you probably cannot see it. I'm just going to change so that is why I usually have the vintage tube monster, which has a noise gate processing the Volca Beats in always. So as you can see, here it is, the vintage tube monster. So yeah, the updates went fine. They take a little bit, they are a little bit fiddly, but maybe they could try to do it as other manufacturers do with SysX send, but I'm guessing that the CPU, the processors inside these machines is not all that advanced, so in order to cut costs, they have to use kind of a raw way of programming the chips inside. That being said, let's just see what's happening. So, like in the case of the Volca FM, and I'm going to demonstrate this on the Volca Beats. So let me just move this around a little. So what happens is that now when you turn off the machine and you go to the global settings with the FUNC button, you now have button number 8 available, so you can turn it off and have 2 steps per sync signal, which is the usual Volca standards. And now if you have the LED lighting up, you have 1 step of the sequence per sync pulse. So that's how you can get the swing action. And as always, you have to press record to save the settings. And let me just put the camera back out again. Please don't fall. Okay. And now you can have the swing affecting the, so I'm just going to mute everything but the close head. And now the swing is at 0. And you can notice the swing. As always, you can also have negative swing if you press the FUNC button. Okay, so what I have now is in the Volca Beats, so let's do a walkthrough of this. It's just a simple with the stutter on the snare to give a little bit more body, and I also have sometimes a little bit of gain, and this is also nice because I have the noise gate, as I told you. Here on the sample I only have 2 sounds going on, so both of them are going you are using the reverb, so this is just a background noise that I can put front and back with the isolator, and then I have this small hit which I can also play with, and these 2 are synced, so the tempo and the swing of the sample is going to the Volca Beats, and it's very nice. Unfortunately, you cannot use the function-tempo key combination in the beats to get swing. It would be nice if they have it, but maybe next time. Now for the Volca bass and the Volca keys, they are running independently. So the Volca Beats bass, it's just playing this small bass line, and I have it at the same tempo as the Volca samples, so they will eventually drift out of sync, but for small plays it's good enough. And actually I like when sometimes things go a little bit out of sync. It gives some texture to the grid, and it's not so straight. And it's also 7 has a master clock for the Volca keys, but what I've done, let me just turn off this and now put the global settings on both, is that the Volca bass is sending one sync signal every 2 steps of the sequencer, and the Volca keys is triggering 1 step of the sequencer per sync signal coming in. So essentially what I have here is a clock divider. This will run at half the speed of this one, which means that not in this case, because here I only have this. Which is a very simple tune, but it will run at half the speed. So if I start here, you can see that it's going at half the speed. Which means that if I use these tempo dividers, I can go up to 8 bars using 1 bar of the bass. So let's try the different combinations. So this is 1 to 1, which is actually 1 to 2. this is 1 to 4, which with the help of the delay, you can actually still get some stuff going. And you can also have it even slower. And this is very nice if you want to take advantage of the paraphonic mode of the Volca keys to have some chords going on with the rest of the Volcas doing other stuff. And of course, as always, you can also use MIDI clock for everything, and in that case the swing over sync is no longer useful. Actually, I enjoy more the fact that I can now divide the clock between these two than the fact that I can now have the swing on the beats, because I still have to have the sample turned on and giving a clock to the beats, so it's not all that useful. So that's it. This is my take on the new updates of the Volca series. I hope you enjoyed this, and make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I see you next time.